Trinidad and Tobago, the gateway to the Caribbean and South America for international investors. These two beautiful tropical islands set between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean have transformed themselves into a regional economic powerhouse. In fact, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, which celebrated its 50th anniversary from Great Britain in 2012, now has one of the highest growth rates and per capita incomes in Latin America.
I think Trinidad and Tobago has developed a very strong energy sector, both at the level of the production of gas and petroleum, and in terms of the derivatives of such products, in terms of fertilizer, etc. It is perhaps one of the strongest energy sector in the world. 50 years ago, there was only a dream. Today, it's a reality. I think also Trinidad and Tobago has developed a very competitive financial sector. Many banks, many of whom have foreign origins, are operating in Trinidad and Tobago. Our situation is such that we now become a gateway to Latin America in many ways.
Just one look at Port of Spain's skyscraper-filled skyline shows that this is an economy on the move. Foreigners will find it easy to work and live in this environment.
From a business perspective, I would say that Trinidad and Tobago is attractive in many ways. First and foremost, we have fairly well-educated people in Trinidad and Tobago. In addition to that, Trinidad and Tobago has had a history in the oil and gas industry of over 100 years. So that anyone who is interested in that sector would find that there is a tremendous amount of knowledge and expertise in the field.
We have a very strong, independent and robust judiciary. Our government has been very stable and politically very strong. Even when we have changes in governments, most of the policies tend to be developed by the public servants, by the technocrats at the ministry level. We have a very business-friendly government, and they have been prepared to offer incentives almost regardless of the regime in the areas of the economy that they're seeking to grow.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago understands the need to improve the safety record of the country. The Minister of National Security is pledging to fight crime by all means.
The economy of this country will not survive if the criminality is high. And therefore, we must make it a safe place for people to come in and do business. And that is my remit. I will be unrelenting in that. At the end of the day, we have to make this country safer. And my strength is because I have the Prime Minister on my side. She has consistently promised to assist me at every level I need. And this has given me the faith and the confidence that I will succeed.
Trinidad, the country's business hub, is the largest and more populous of the two islands and is home to sophisticated Port of Spain, the capital city. Much smaller Tobago is known for its exceptional natural beauty and was named the best eco-destination at the World Travel Awards. The two islands are united under a stable, business-friendly government. Trinidad and Tobago, two fascinating, high-potential investment opportunities in one.
The Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago ensures a stable, secure, well-regulated investment environment. The bank has a long and proven track record of maintaining financial sector soundness and stability and promoting a world-class regulatory system. Committed to maintaining an investor-friendly business climate, the Central Bank is a key factor in making Trinidad and Tobago a top choice for FDI. The Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago, your guarantee of financial sector stability.
Neil and Massey Group, a driving force for business in the Caribbean for almost a century. Guided by vision and sound values, Neil and Massey has grown to become one of the region's largest group of companies, with an asset base of around $1 billion and revenues of $1.3 billion US. The Neil and Massey Group includes more than 60 companies active in a wide range of sectors, from the food industry to consumer finance, auto and industrial equipment, insurance, energy and industrial gases, ICT, real estate and property management. The group has a wide regional footprint with operations in Trinidad, Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, and the Eastern Caribbean. A valued long-term partner for international companies, Neil and Massey has forged strong working relationships with such global leaders as Caterpillar, Nissan, Oracle, Procter & Gamble, ConAgra, Air Liquide, MoneyGram, and Wood Group. Neil and Massey also plays a role in making responsible and sustainable contributions to the communities in which it operates. Neil and Massey, a force for good.
Trinidad and Tobago's solid economy has earned high marks from international ratings agencies Moody's and Standard & Poor's. In fact, Trinidad and Tobago's ratings are among the highest in Latin America and the Caribbean. Already recognized as a top financial services hub for the CARICOM market, Trinidad and Tobago aims to position itself as an international financial services center.
I think our financial sector is pretty stable, strong, very robust. And from that point of view, I think I'm fortunate in that we have an economy with strong foreign exchange reserves. We have solid banks that the government has not had to intervene in throughout all the crisis period. We have an A rating internationally, and we have a good source of continuing cash flows from our energy sector. So from that perspective, I think Trinidad and Tobago is different to many other countries in the world.
The Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago oversees the financial sector of the country. Like many other central banks around the world, the bank is trying to keep inflation rates low and stable, and that would be conducive to helping stimulate economic growth. The central bank is also the prime financial regulator in the system.
More importantly, and this is a role that you usually don't see in the industrialized world, our central bank plays a developmental role in the capital markets of the country and the region as a whole, the Caribbean region. And that is because by virtue of being an emerging democracy, the bank has had to take on roles that would help stimulate growth and development within the capital markets.
With its vibrant economy, a well-developed financial services sector that contributes more than a third of the island's non-energy GDP, skilled, multilingual human resources, and a dominant role in the regional financial services industry, Trinidad and Tobago is moving forward.
Trinidad's insurance industry is a very dynamic industry. It's not young, but it's growing. It is facing a lot of changes. And so there's a lot of adaptations to what we have to face. There's new legislation, there's a lot of compliance issues we need to sort out, and we are working towards that. We are embracing it and moving forward with it. We need capital, we need expertise, we need, so all of this is very, very exciting and dynamic for Trinidad insurance industry.
Financial sector initiatives are part of the government of Trinidad and Tobago's drive to diversify the economy and encourage value-added production, new innovation-based activities, and a boost in exports. From the famed Angostura bitters to iron, steel, beverages, fish, cut flowers, sugar, candy, rum, financial services, ICT, and more. All kinds of products and services have growth potential.
Other things that we're working on is expanding our supermarket business throughout the region. And so we're looking at more additional stores and bigger stores here in Trinidad, stores in Guyana. We're also even looking as far as Ghana in terms of establishing a retail operation out there. But we're looking for good partners with whom we can work with in that kind of geography.
Well, the company started with Angostura bitters. It was actually the first product before moving into rums. And that is the one product that we have in about 160 countries around the world. The US market is actually our biggest market for Angostura aromatic bitters. Still a solid foundation for the company, and it's a brand that we're going to continue to support and make sure that we grow into other countries. We need to take that 160 countries to maybe 170.
Trinidad and Tobago is looking for investors who can help fast forward its ambitious diversification strategy.
We do have a fiscal environment and a general environment that is very facilitative to international investors. We do have free zones where investors can come in. We do have fiscal incentives by way of investment allowances and initial allowances for coming in that make Trinidad and Tobago very attractive. We have a very low cost of supply of energy, and plentiful energy, which makes it attractive. We think would make it attractive to foreign investors coming in Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago is expanding and upgrading its airports and ports. Piarco International Airport on Trinidad and A&R Robinson International on Tobago are both served by a growing list of global carriers. And Piarco International has carved out a niche as a leading aviation center. The state-of-the-art port at Port of Spain, the island's top shipping gateway as well as a cruise ship and ferry services hub, handled 380,000 TEUs of cargo in 2011 and is set for continued strong growth.
As current Minister of Transport, the intention is to grow. The Panama Canal is bringing for us enormous business opportunities. So we have to expand our seaports, we have to expand our airports, and of course we have to expand our road transport network, and we are tremendously doing that. Of course, a small country of 1.4 million people has in excess of 700,000 motor vehicles, including trucks, tractors, large vehicles, and we are investing in park and ride. We are investing in carpooling. Again, it will provide a number of business opportunities, but more than that, transportation remains a lifeline of the economy.
Awareness for environmental issues is growing around the globe. This is not different in Trinidad and Tobago. Making economic growth sustainable is a challenge the country wants to cope with.
Like most countries of the world, we are trying to find ways to go green. So investment areas immediately you can think of is CNG conversion. We have a large number of buses here where all our future purchases of vehicles would be focused on going green. So there would be an opportunity for CNG conversion. In addition to that, park and ride is becoming a challenge in many parts of the world. We're also going to be exploring that. Large mediums of transport, whether it's light rail, mass rail, would be one opportunity to explore, because you want to make sure you can get goods at any point in a shorter period, and you want to reduce the traffic congestion. So transport the world over is being looked at on a daily basis.
The Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago makes sure every visitor flying to the islands has a positive first impression. The authority operates cutting-edge Piarco International on Trinidad and Robinson International on Tobago, both of which meet the highest international standards. Now, the Airports Authority is developing over 1,700 acres around Piarco International into a state-of-the-art business base and duty-free industrial zone. The Airports Authority, your investment partner in Trinidad and Tobago.
National Helicopter Services takes pride in offering top-quality services to every client, which is why it dominates its field in Trinidad and Tobago. National Helicopter provides world-class transport for individual and corporate clients, including 80% of the oil and gas companies in the islands. With a spare helicopter on hand, a private airfield in Cuba, and a 23-year track record of reliable performance, National Helicopter Services is your partner of choice. Energy leader Petrotrin has been a mainstay of Trinidad and Tobago's economy for over a century. The state-owned, fully integrated oil and gas enterprise handles both upstream and downstream activities, operating onshore facilities, offshore rigs, and a refinery. Petrotrin has recently upped its production of crude and aims to boost that total even higher. With around $6.5 billion in annual turnover and over 5,000 permanent employees, Petrotrin is Trinidad's largest enterprise in both revenues and number of workers. Petrotrin is involved in a number of successful joint venture partnerships and welcomes the chance to work with international companies and investors in Trinidad and Tobago and in other markets like Panama and French Guiana. In addition to playing a key role in Trinidad and Tobago's ongoing development, Petrotrin is known for its exemplary corporate citizenship. The company supports a variety of sporting, cultural, and community service projects while providing a high-quality work environment with numerous special services for its employees. Petrotrin is also strongly committed to environmental protection. The Point-a-Pier Wildfowl Trust, an environmental project to protect water birds on company-owned land, is a benchmark for green initiatives on the island. Petrotrin continues to engage and upgrade initiatives to maintain world-class operating standards and sustainability. Petrotrin, your ideal local energy partner in Trinidad and Tobago. Calco Ltd., Trinidad and Tobago's local specialist in construction, infrastructure development, asphalt paving, provider of ready-mix concrete, road resurfacing, bridge building, and major civil engineering initiatives. Whatever your needs, Calco has the expertise, equipment, and skilled human resources to complete your project under budget and on time, every time. Our newly acquired dredger is unique in the Caribbean. Calco, your reliable construction partner in Trinidad and Tobago.
The first oil well was drilled in Trinidad way back in 1857, and petroleum quickly became the country's main economic driver. Today, as Trinidad and Tobago's many onshore and offshore rigs prove, the oil and gas sector continues to thrive.
Trinidad and Tobago is the oldest oil-producing nation in the Commonwealth, and of course one of the oldest oil-producing countries in the world. We have also transitioned to a natural gas-based economy sometime in the mid-1990s, and we started to use natural gas commercially as far back as the 1950s for power generation. Natural gas is now the dominant of the two fuels in our energy mix in Trinidad and Tobago, and we produce about 7 times more natural gas than oil on an equivalency basis.
The sector is dominated by state-owned Petrotrin, and the National Gas Company has attracted a long list of big-name international players.
In order to keep the economy of Trinidad and Tobago vibrant, Petrotrin has to grow in its core areas of business initially. And that is, the first part of that is, of course, to increase oil production both on land and offshore. And we've just completed a seismic survey of the entire southwestern peninsula, and that has a lot of promise. And we're also doing one of the largest drilling programs offshore, as well as on land, that we have seen for many years.
56 new oil wells were drilled in Trinidad and Tobago in the first 9 months of 2011 alone. While BP Trinidad and Tobago recently discovered an estimated 1 trillion cubic feet of gas in its Savonette field off the island's east coast.
So the energy sector could well be contributing to about 50 to 60% of the national economy. It contributes to about 55% of government revenue, 90% of foreign exchange earnings. So it is very dominant in Trinidad and Tobago's economy. And we like to see ourselves as the energy economy of the Americas. We believe Trinidad and Tobago is an energy powerhouse in this part of the world.
Trinidad and Tobago invested more than US $7.4 billion in public sector development projects in 2011 as part of its commitment to building a strong, sustainable economy for the future.
Sustainability is very, very important to Trinidad and Tobago. It's important to the government, it's important to my ministry, and I think there's a growing sensitivity on the importance of sustainable development by citizens themselves. The balance between ecological and environmental concerns and conservation, community and cultural integrity which accompanies development, and the need, in fact, to develop and to grow as an economy. Those things have to be carefully balanced as we go forward, and they're very important to us.
The Chaguaramas Development Authority recently opened a stunning, eco-friendly new boardwalk and plans many other innovative projects. Trinidad and Tobago is transforming itself every day, and international investors are welcome to participate.
Chaguaramas is a wonderful place in which to invest because, first of all, you get an absolutely pristine, almost self-contained environment in which you can develop your business. Yet at the same time, you have access to the entire country, Trinidad and Tobago, from there. And thirdly, you have access to the world from Trinidad and Tobago. The kinds of investment that we are looking for in Chaguaramas will tend to be high-end and will cater to both foreign guests in Trinidad and Tobago and the local community, because Chaguaramas is a very popular spot.
A strategically positioned region and natural hurricane shelter, Trinidad's northwestern peninsula, Chaguaramas, is an untapped investor's gold mine managed by the Chaguaramas Development Authority. Such vast tourism potential and investment opportunities will be captured in the finalization of its master plan study. The authority is ready to partner with you in the creation of a unique blend of commercial, recreational, and entertainment opportunities as it seeks to position Chaguaramas as the preferred destination for the ultimate customer experience. The Chaguaramas Development Authority.
Your experts in property management, specializing in commercial and residential sales and rentals, as well as expat relocation in Trinidad and Tobago. Decadent Properties Limited, your real estate concierge.
Tucker Real Estate, known to be at the forefront of the real estate market. Their well-trained, friendly, and efficient staff are ready to meet your real estate needs. Selling, renting, purchasing, and investment opportunities are offered in the commercial and residential market. Tucker specializes in relocation services for international companies transferring staff to Trinidad. Whether servicing nationals or expatriate clientele, each one is treated equally, with their needs met with professionalism and pride, which is synonymous with the service offered by Tucker Real Estate. Holiday Inn Express Trinidad, a top choice among executive travelers, features world-class facilities and services at very attractive prices. Ideally located between Port of Spain and San Fernando, the hotel has its own conference center for up to 30 guests, as well as a fully equipped business center, shuttle service to nearby Piarco International Airport, delicious buffet breakfasts, and much more. Holiday Inn Express, your value-added business space in Trinidad. Cobblent's Inn Boutique Hotel, your luxurious home away from home in Trinidad, and the ideal introduction to our island's rich cultural heritage. Petit Mamselle Restaurant boasts of an international cuisine with a Caribbean twist. Cobblent's Inn, a positive Trinidad experience.
As a tourism destination, Trinidad and Tobago has it all. Beautiful beaches, crystal clear waters perfect for snorkeling and diving. A colorful culture celebrated in lively festivals year-round. A welcoming English-speaking population. Exceptional adventure and ecotourism opportunities. The greatest biodiversity of any islands in the Caribbean. And, to top it off, state-of-the-art facilities and services for business travelers.
Because of our diverse population, we have many cultures merged into one, and that allows you to experience a different kind of island as compared to the other Caribbean islands. So when you come to Trinidad and Tobago, the food that you eat, the people that you see, we are different. We are very warm, we are very hospitable, we are very loving, and we love to show you a good time.
The Vision 2020 Diversification Plan aims for tourism to play a leading role in Trinidad and Tobago's sustainable economic growth and job creation.
Tourism has now become a major sector of the economy with respect to economic diversification. Over the years, our citizens have not really warmed up to tourism, but now that they understand that this is one of the pillars for economic diversification, we find that more and more persons have been warming up to the industry. They want to get involved. We have done a lot of work in the secondary school system where we have been able to promote the sector, and the students now have more information with respect to careers that they can pursue in this area.
A cutting-edge business hub, a leading financial services center, a high-potential investment target in a wide range of sectors, a unique tourism destination, and the ideal gateway to Caribbean and Latin American markets. The Republic of Trinidad and Tobago is all this and more. Come and see for yourselves everything that these two exceptional islands have to offer.
In spite of being a small country, it's one with great potential. Its location, its culture, its history, its political values are all values and attributes that make this country one that is attractive to all people.
Trinidad and Tobago is a great place for multinational companies or international companies to invest.
We have the natural resources that help facilitate business, and we have nice weather, which makes it a very comfortable place for doing business.
Trinidad and Tobago is an exciting destination where you can meet a lovely, warm, and hospitable people who will show you around, who will show you a good time, and who will allow you to enjoy the flora, the fauna, and all that we have to offer in this wonderful island, Trinidad and Tobago.